while concluding this extremely enlightening session, we'll just draw all the strands together in 2 or 3 minutes. First point, I think all of us realize it very well in these last 2 days. In the last few months, one of the major targets of attack of the BJP RSS has been on the student community, has been on the intellectual community. We have seen the banning of the Ambedkar Periyar study circle in the IIT Chennai. We have seen the attack on the FTII students in Pune, where a mediocrity was imposed upon the students, an RSS man. We have seen the attack in the Hyderabad Central University, where Rohit Vemula was institutionally murdered. We have seen the attack in the JNU, where sedition and anti-national cases were launched against Kanhaiya and others. And with the situation building up, already there has been a report in the Mumbai press that the TISS will be on the radar next. I'm sure with this very successful organization of the Mumbai Collective, the TISS will come even more on the radar. But I can tell you, let them bring it on the radar and all of us will fight back with the same solidarity that we expressed with the JNU and with the Hyderabad Central University, with the FTII and with the IIT Chennai. The second point, these attacks are not only limited to the students and the intellectuals. Much bigger attacks are coming on the working people. They've already started. On the working class, on the peasantry, on the agricultural workers, on all social oppressed sections, Dalits, Adivasis, minorities, women, and also on large sections of the majority also. And therefore, just one example, many of you may not be aware, in the last 20 years, 350,000 farmers have committed suicide in our country due to indebtedness. In the last 20 years, these are official figures of the National Crime Records Bureau under the Home Ministry. In Maharashtra, 65,000 farmers have committed suicide in the last 20 years due to indebtedness. In the last 1 year of the Modi regime, there has been a 26% rise in peasant suicides in India, 40% rise in peasant suicides in Maharashtra. Why is it because of this? As T. Sainath very correctly pointed out yesterday in the last session, he talked about the corporatization of the media. My dear friends, today it's not just the corporatization of the media, it's the corporatization of the entire country that is going on under the Modi regime. And the question before us, which every single one of us has to ask ourselves and answer in the next few days, on whose side are we? Are we on the side of Ambani and Adani? Or are we on the side of the workers and peasants and the middle class and the intellectuals? On whose side are we? That is the crucial question all of us have to ask ourselves and give the reply. I'm sure that the reply of most of you will be on the side of the common people. The third point, the entire question of the whole question of the BJP RSS that we've been discussing. 5 aspects have come out in this entire discussion the last 2 days. One is the question of communalism. One is the question of Brahminism, which is one of their very important ideological sources. One is the question of authoritarianism, which we are facing right now in JNU and other places. One is the question of terrorism. The first terrorist in independent India was none other than Nathuram Godse. We should understand this. And later on, the entire terrorist network It includes the killers of Comrade Krishna Desai. It includes the killers of Dr. Dabolkar, Pansare and Kalburgi. It includes people like those who have perpetrated the Malegaon blasts also. And therefore we are against any kind of terrorism regardless of the religion from which it comes. But the RSS has also been an important source of terrorism, which we should understand. As some of our speakers pointed out, the whole question of fascism is also very much on the anvil, very much on the agenda. As Sitaram correctly said, Golwalkar's entire treatise, We or Our Nation Would Define, he is putting forward Hitler's Germany as an example to draw from. B.S. Munje, I remember that extremely excellent article in the Economic and Political Weekly by Maria Kasulari, where she has documented the way B.S. Munje, one of the founders of the RSS, went to Italy, met Mussolini, got the whole thing. Kala Topi. RSS black cap has been taken from that, from the 8.5 band. They founded the Bosla military school on the basis of the Italian experience. So this whole semi-fascist thing also we should understand. Fourth point, with all this, the need of the hour is tremendous unity of all the democratic, secular and progressive sections today to counter them. As Marx has said somewhere, we are heir to and we carry forward the best legacy of the past. All that is good and noble in the past, we are heir to and we carry forward. Today in India, I would appeal, all that is good, the legacy of Mahatma Gandhi, the legacy of Phule Ambedkar and Periyar, and the socialist legacy of Bhagat Singh, all these should come forward in a united, mighty stream in which we can really face these enemies of the country. And that is the need of the hour today, which we require. The fifth and the last point, as Jitendra Awadji very correctly pointed out, this battle does not begin and end in this hall. This battle does not begin and end in this hall. It begins in this hall. It ends by us going to the people. It ends by us going to wherever we are working, among the students, among the teachers, among the workers, among the peasants, among the agricultural workers, among the Dalits, minorities, Adivasis and all other sections. Let us go forth. Let us carry the democratic and secular and progressive message from here to all these sections, and let us really fight so that we will win in the end. I congratulate and thank all our panelists, and also I think we should give a very big standing ovation to Mumbai Collective and its organizers for having organized this fantastic program. Now Ramkumar will take over. The program is not yet over. I think we should give them a big hand to Mumbai Collective for having organized this program.
And I think everybody should be a part of this anthem. Hey, Mike. I have told them that we will leave the hall only after we finish it.
जस्टिस के लिए जो लड़ाई लड़ी जा रही है उस लड़ाई को आप खत्म नहीं करना चाहिए। कुछ सच करना चाहती है, वो इशारों ही इशारों में समझ गया होगा कि हम क्या
Now, Dr. Ram Kumar will take over. Please take your seats. Dr. Ram Kumar will take over.
The day doesn't end without Rossi singing again. So just wait. Friends, this brings us to the last 10 minutes or so of the wonderful 2 days that we have had here, where Mumbai has overwhelmingly come forward and said that they will not bow down to communalism. We will not bow down to majoritarianism. We will ensure that fascism shall not pass. They will ensure. And thank you, Mumbai, for coming together and supporting the Mumbai collective in this fantastic way. Thank you so much. Very well. Thank you. I want to invite, before I give my vote of thanks, that's my job. Before I do that, may I invite my colleague and another driving force behind the Mumbai collective, Professor T. Jayaraman, to give you a brief idea about how we wish to take this initiative of Mumbai collective forward from here. Professor Jayaraman.
Friends on the dais, friends in the audience. When the hall was booked and the meeting was held about how to conduct the two-day collective, we said we would be happy if we fill this hall, whose official capacity is supposed to be 600. Our registrations till date have crossed 1,500. We have come several times over. People have spared incredible time, and we guessed this already in the enormous support we received from you in setting up the organization. But the intensity and commitment of staying here and discussing and listening to what has been said has been truly amazing. But one of the things that all of us, I think, felt, and I could hear it repeatedly, what should we do next? What can I do next? Asked several people. What should we do next? Asked many others. So this is a question that we need to deal with. The other thing I often heard was the statement, "Oh, I have not seen you for such a long time." Friends, I don't know if I am exactly qualified to estimate this, but perhaps in the last decade, in times that were necessary, we have perhaps not been able to gather in this fashion. No more shall we say, I have not met you for a long time. And that is the first promise. The second, as several speakers in the last session have made clear, as all of you are aware, this is the beginning of work. There is much ahead. And as we have all realized, though perhaps not said it out loudly and clearly, those who are in power today won the elections to get there. It's not that they pulled a coup. It was a coup at the ballot box. The media was there, the money was there, corporate coffers were open to them, media was paid to do their bidding, but whatever it was, like Bihar showed, if people had not voted, they would not have come to power. So I think we should not underestimate the work before us. काम शुरुआत होगा इधर से, हाँ, अभी तुरंत शुरुआत होगा, this I am not sure. काम शुरुआत होने की संभावना है. This is where we are today. So we need to go forward, and I put before you a few action points which are limited, because it is best to be modest in the beginning and then happy later than immodest and sad. But I am sure, given the enthusiasm, given this incredible gathering for 2 days, the prospects of what we are going to be able to do are truly awesome. But we must begin, I think, in a clear and limited fashion, so what we say here will be achieved in the days and months to come. So the first order of business is that all the material of this 2-day convention that has been so inspiring will be carried out to the others, and the video material, etc., which is available will be posted on Facebook and YouTube for use by all. It will be publicly available, and not from a 2-day convention. It will be our continuing statement about what we believe in. The second, since perhaps this access does not reach all, we must pay attention to making sure it is available in Marathi and Hindi. I think this is a challenge, but we should take this up. The other is a publication. All the speakers here, we will ask them for yet another commitment, so that they write briefly but simply in clear language, which is understandable to all and one, their message, and this we will bring out as a publication. There will be cost involved, but that is not, I think, of any serious concern. So we will publish this in some form as a book. We all need icons, as we discussed yesterday evening, but it is the right icons and the right choice of icons who embody the right values that are of importance to us. We would like, and I will request address especially to Comrade Raja among others, we would like to hold a meeting, a convention of youth and students promoted by the Mumbai Collective with student organizations, where one of the leading figures, or among the leading figures, will be Kanaya Kumar and the Joint Action Committee from Central University, Hyderabad. We hope this...
Sorry, I differ. I'm the first one. I have been following it up from the day he has gone. I have been following with the lawyer. I have been following with everybody. That we all together will host Kanaya.
Definitely.
And it will be one of the biggest rallies Bombay has seen, of student rallies Bombay has seen. I come from civic politics, so I'm in love with it.
Definitely. We will consider you a member of the Mumbai Collective. So that's that. However, I think while symbolic events are important, it is very important to take the message forward. So the Mumbai Collective will work to organize not perhaps such grand programs, but local programs of 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours, 1 afternoon, 1 evening, whatever is possible, in whichever area of work, a recreational club, a housing society, a mohalla, a basti, any place, a school, a college, wherever it is possible, we are there to help organize such meetings. Please do get in touch with us. We will also propose a program to all of you who have come here through various channels, and we look forward to your cooperation in this. In order to contact us, we will be available immediately. We are available on Facebook as Mumbai Collective. Please reach us there. We will respond immediately. Otherwise, you may contact Ram Kumar, myself, or Jatin Desai, a journalist colleague who was not able to be here fully today. So we will take this forward. do see what you can in any area of work that you are involved in. We also know that our own initiatives may not be, all the ideas may not be available. Please come to us with your ideas. Please consider the collective yours. That is why it is a collective. So we look forward to your suggestions in the organization of this two-day collective. It was brief, the time was short. We did whatever we could think of, and certainly we didn't do very much that badly wrong, I think. But there could be better, more more correct ways of doing things. So please, we appeal to you, your suggestions, your ideas. These are most important, and together we should take this message forward. Last but not least, we promise that it will be, and this is a promise, that it will be our endeavor to have one such major meeting at least once a year in the city of Mumbai. This, I think, is a promise, and we will certainly take this up. With these few words, I once again apologize for the fact that perhaps we have not had enough time to discuss this. Please come forward. The collective is yours, it is ours. We can congratulate ourselves on what we have achieved here today, and let us take it forward. Thank you.
Time for vote of thanks. Thank you, and I was to thank first Professor Jayaraman for that. I want to apologize for my friend, Sainath, who was supposed to conclude it because we had to abridge the whole session a bit because of lack of time. As you can see, the stage is closed behind me. So, NCP has worked till 6:15, but not after that. Friends, the organization of the Mumbai Collective, this event, was actually done in 20 days. We planned it for a long time, but everything fell together only 20 days back. And in 20 days, it was a remarkable group of students, academics, journalists, and others who came forward to make this a success. And it would not have been a success without their full-fledged cooperation. Some people have worked 24/7 behind this. The social media group, the publicity group, the food committee, the other committees, all publicity committee, all have worked. Students have gone from room to room in hostels, campaigning for this program in the last 20 days. They have also knocked at the doors of every faculty member in their college, teacher in their college, to give parchas and invite them to this. Our social media team made sure that in just 6 days we had 1,200 likes on our Facebook page. So we have tried to reach, there are our masters on that here. I will thank them one by one. However, I want to specifically take 2 or 3 names and thank them. One of them is the management of the YB Chavan Pratishthan. They were extraordinary in their help. They were extraordinary in their help and making this open up spaces for exhibitions and so on for this. Ram, hang around. They were extraordinary by opening up their spaces for exhibitions and other, including a press conference at 3 o'clock by these leaders who spoke to you a little while back. That's number one. Vijay Desai ji was an extraordinary help as a manager of the YB Chavan Center. I particularly thank Mr. Vijay Desai. Second, I want to thank Sahmat and as representative Ram Rahman. He's here. Sahmat did not blink an eyelid. We asked them about something else, and I won't reveal that now, but they replied by saying, how about 2 of our exhibitions? We'll give it free to you. And the exhibitions that you see downstairs, the two exhibitions, Awaz Do and Assault and Reason, Saimat immediately parceled it to us and we put it together here. Thank you, Saimat. And Ram, please tell everybody, Rajendra Prasad and others in Saimat, that we are deeply indebted.
It was in the middle of my videoing just now.
Okay, great. The third person I want to thank is sitting there, Sunit Chopra. Sunit Chopra personally curated. Can you please, Sunit, can you please, thank you very much, Sunit. The exhibition on art against fascism was curated by Sunit. He personally carried the paintings from Delhi and brought it here. And we are deeply indebted. Thank you very much, Sunit. Come again. I want to invite to stage.
Thank you for giving us the chance to do this.
Yes, Sunit. I want to call on stage another important person, and I want a special note of thanks for her, Shrujana. Shrujana, where are you? There you are. This logo was designed by Shrujana. Shrujana designed almost everything. She volunteered to do the logo. Every poster, the banner that you see of Mumbai Collective was actually designed by Shrujana. And it was remarkable effort by her. And I remember continuously on email, chat with her, night, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, can you change this red to this, red to that, color shade to that? You know? He used to talk till late in the night, and she made it a success in spite of her busy schedule. Thank you, Shrujana. Thank you very much. There are a large number of students who worked as volunteers in different committees, and I can't leave without thanking them. They're all to my left and right. Thank you all. I cannot take you everybody by name. Thank you so much for remarkable. There are students from the Tata Institute of Social Sciences, from the Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, and Mumbai University, and different colleges of Mumbai who worked day and night to make this a success. The response actually shows that. There are journalists who helped us tremendously. Jatin Desai, Sharmila Joshi, Geeta Sheshu, all of them came together and ensured, Lara is here, Lara, thanks. All of them came together and ensured that our media team worked perfectly. So thank you everyone. As Professor Jayaraman mentioned here, we will take this forward in the little way that we can, and we expect your cooperation each time Mumbai Collective sends you out an invite. Thank you very much. I will not speak again.
This is one last thing. All such effort requires finally a point of coordination, a person finally who is ultimately responsible. This has been Ram Kumar. So we all great deal of thanks.
Thanks, Siddharth. You took a revenge on me for not naming you. Siddharth Adelkar, our social media chief there. So we move over to Rossi. Rossi is going to play a song for us, and we will end with that. Thank you very much.